So for me, the first pitch is really all about the customer problem. So what I want to see is, do you care deeply about your customers, the problem you're solving? Do you understand it? Can you articulate it clearly?
I want to be sold on why this problem is critical, why you have the right solution, and why your team is the one to make this into a big, successful company. We look for smart, driven, passionate founders, so really understanding the motivations behind why you want to do this is very important in the first meeting.
We like to see clear articulation of what the product does today, and not in vague terms, but kind of exactly the problem it solves and for who, and why it is hard for other people to copy or replicate this product.
Finally, and most importantly, of course, it's really about understanding, do we want to work together? Are we excited about that relationship? So you should be as honest as you can, and we'll try and do the same. And hopefully we can end up with a meeting of minds rather than an unhappy marriage.
I think there's quite a few things that you probably care about as a founder when it comes to actually finding more about the VCs. What I would do is make a list of my key questions and then try and be consistent about those when you meet all your different funds. If you ask all your VCs the same set of kind of key points you have in mind, you can then actually compare and contrast their answers and figure out who you really like based on that.
I think it's really important to ask the VCs that you meet questions to understand if the partnership is going to work for you as well as for them. Some questions I would ask would be:
ask them straight, why would they be a good investor for your company?
Putting myself in a founder's shoes and having sat on this side of the table, one of the things I'd be asking about is what is your follow-on capacity and how much can you invest as a maximum in one of your portfolio companies?
I would ask anything that you think will help you understand whether this VC fund is a fund that you want to work with for 5, 10, maybe more years.
What does the rest of your investment process look like?
So I think firstly, process. Speaking to VCs can take a long time and take valuable time away from the business. So you need to work out where you stand so that you don't waste valuable time talking to VCs unnecessarily.
Another question I'd be asking is, how do you typically work with your portfolio companies? This is a really important one and a point that many of the VCs differentiate their approaches on. Some are much more involved, others less so, and this is one where it should really fit with what you're looking for.
Ask to speak to some entrepreneurs they've backed in the past.
What experience has your firm had in my company's sector?
What do you think the main pushbacks and challenges will be to the rest of your team when you talk about my company?
Secondly, you want to get the VC pitch from them, and that's really important.
And lastly, I would ask about who specifically from the team would be involved with your deal. Different funds again have different approaches with this. Some funds might rotate the person throughout the lifetime of the deal, which is maybe something you'd like. Others might give you one person who would stay with you all the way through the life cycle of that deal with that fund.
You want to spend time understanding, are they open, are they honest, are they pragmatic, do you trust them? And most importantly, did you enjoy the conversation, and do you want to work with them for what could be a long and potentially not straightforward journey? Enjoy and embrace the debate and the challenge.
Be yourself. This is a bit like a marriage, though scarily probably longer than many marriages. So if you want to find out if you're going to get on, you have to be honest.
Don't move too quickly through a really complicated business idea. Even VCs need a bit of time to understand things.
Relax and enjoy it. It's not supposed to be an interrogation.
Don't be defensive when challenged.
Be accurate and confident in your business.
Don't say you have no competitors. Heard it way too many times. It says one or two things, either arrogance or lack of understanding. Maybe both, neither are good.
Be flexible on the topics that you're ready to discuss in the meeting, because different VC funds will want to focus on different areas.
Don't talk too much. Definitely had a few meetings that have been one-way traffic for an hour.
Sell the vision straight off. Imagine you're pitching to a potential customer. Try and convert them.
Don't massage data. Investors will see straight through that.
Help the VC understand how your customer or consumer would see the product or service.
Don't pretend you have AI in your business if you haven't really got any.
Don't be the Uber for X or the Airbnb for Y.
Don't talk about who you know and how you know them. Talk about the results you've got and why they're great.
Leave plenty of time for questions at the end.
Ask the VC to pitch back to you. Why them and what value can they add?
Be honest about what you know and what you don't know, and what's gone right and what's gone wrong.
Try and build a relationship with your VC that's more than just business.